there, good evening to you. Welcome to another program of 1010 We Playing. My name is Naeem Chan. We'll be going for the next half an hour or so, during which time I'll be bringing you up to scratch with what's happening with the 1010 tournament in 2012. You know, last week we were, well, every week we're on the program, but last week I was hinting that we're already on the mark, get set, go. I think we've just got to put on our brakes a little bit because of the weather conditions prevailing across Guyana. And as a result, the coordinators have been meeting late into the nights and planning out what exactly is going to happen. Now, they've come up with some proposals. I want you to stay tuned because I'll be talking with our program manager, Mr. Richard Sukhdeo, project coordinator Sachin Prasad. Leonard Harpershad from the Guyana Softball League will also be stopping by to talk with us, and Bluey Max to talk with us about entertainment. How ready is ready? Stand by. You'll hear it in just a while.
1010 is GT&T.
Vitamalt Plus, the new generation of non-alcoholic malt drinks. Vitamalt Plus, packed with B vitamin, ginseng, royal jelly, and aloe vera. These ingredients are known for boosting your energy, enhancing your concentration, and improving your immune system. Vitamalt takes care of you.
Celebrate GT&T's National Color Fest on Pagwa Day at the National Stadium from 12 hours.
Admission is free. Enjoy a full day of special waterworks, free blue powder, singing, dancing, cultural presentations,
And performances by international artists Rakesh Yankaran and Anil B.
This year's Chowtow Playoff will be even more exciting with $1 million in cash and prizes to be won. To register for the Chowtow Playoff, text the name of your group to 620-HOLY or 620-4654. Motorcade leaves DSL Junction at 11 hours.
There will be a special prize for the best motorcade.
GT&T's second National Color Fest Pagwa celebrations.
Thursday, March 8th at the National Stadium from 12 hours in collaboration with the Indian Commemoration Trust.
No alcohol allowed. Happy Holi from GT&T. GT&T, getting better all the time.
Got an itch to be rich? Don't be embarrassed. Buy a scratch for instant cash relief. For as little as $200, you can scratch that itch and win $200,000 or more instantly. With Scratch, you are free to scratch anytime, anywhere, any day, and even several times a day. Just simply scratch and see what you win. Winning cash could not be easier, so don't ignore that itch. Play Scratch for instant cash relief. Scratch. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
1010 is GT&T.
Well, as I said to you earlier on, we'll be having some of the coordinators. We've got the project manager here, Mr. Richard Sukhdeo, and Sachin Prasad. He's one of our coordinators, has been there for all 2 years prior to now. This is the third year running for the tournament, as you know. So they're in the studio with me. I'd like to welcome you fellas. Thanks for dropping by, Richie and Sachin.
Thank you for having us, Naeem.
Yeah, the last time I spoke with you, Richie, you were more in smiles, spirits apparently a bit lifted. You look just a little bit stressed out. What's the issue here?
Not stressed out at all, Naeem. It's just that the weather pattern has shifted a little bit, so we're shifting gears to accommodate. The rains, we've had tremendous downpour over the last 2 days, and we've seen most of our grounds that we have allocated for fixtures has been inundated, so they're underwater. So the preparation process has been affected as a result of this.
And Sachin, if I bring you in here, the registration period has been closed, am I right?
Definitely, that has been closed, and all the fixtures, all the teams and everything has been entered into a database. Basically now just being able to get what grounds we're going to use so that those fixtures can be finalized.
So what's the final count like?
The final count, we have 930 teams comprising of males and female, 817 to the males, 113 to the females. So we have seen a drop in the registration from last year to this year.
But Richie, I think you were hinting why you think that we had a slight drop in the...
Yeah, Naeem. Interestingly, when we had our last meeting, the entire team was a little bit surprised that we got up to 9:30, because the amount of heckling and bartering and fighting for players out there we've seen happening. We're very surprised that we've seen this amount of teams. What we've seen happening is a lot of the teams have been splitting themselves. Like we've had 3 and 4 teams, and they're splitting themselves up to make a more formidable unit. Because what's happening is they want to get closer to the prize money. It's not just about playing for fun anymore. It's not about frolicking and running around. It's all about lifting the standard of the game and getting closer to that prize money.
So then, in the circumstances, we can expect to see the ante being lifted a little bit. I'm talking about the quality of game we'll be seeing in 2012.
Definitely, and this is one of the reasons why GT&T got involved in 1010 and in football. The idea it was community development through sports and culture. So now we will see softball developing and becoming a more respectable sport.
And of course, physical fitness across the country, I think, is a main focus also.
Definitely. It's required for you, in order for you to excel, you need to be fit, you need to be able to play the game at the highest level. So fitness is one of the high ends.
Sachin, what's happening with the fixtures? Because now that the database is probably all overflowing there now, the fixtures, I guess, will be tabulated and coming out when?
Well, more than likely we'll release fixture maybe early next week. And as I said earlier, is what we're basically waiting now to see what grounds we can use. Because we don't want to do a fixture, let's say we use Everest Cricket Ground, we will not be able to use that. It means we'll have to shift those games. So we're just waiting on our final calls from the grounds and to see what we can use for next weekend. Because more than likely, as you're aware, that we've postponed this weekend.
So assuming it was this weekend, the fixtures, would you have been in a position to issue those?
Yes, those fixtures would have been out today.
Mm-hmm. And tell us something about what you're seeing. Last year, I'm always enthused and excited when I hear about teams coming from all the way in Comac. Moraiko Bay, I think, was out last year. That's 100 miles behind Maikoni. You had Letham and all the other teams from Supernam and the Pomeroon area. Are we having those teams again?
Definitely. We have gotten teams from all those far-flung places again. This year I think we had an increase in Letham. Last year we had 6 teams from Letham. This year we have 8 teams. Unfortunately from Letham we still yet to have a female team from there.
Well, Richard, if I can invoke your office here a little bit, the mood last year, I recall, 1010 was being talked about in the corner of the streets. It was on radio, FM radio, television shows. What's the mood like this year?
Well, nothing has changed really this year, except in the fact that 1010 is not a new entity anymore. As of last year, it was still a relatively new tournament. This year around, everyone knows this is a calendar event. Everyone knows about 1010. We're still on 98.1. We're still on all the TV shows. The hype is still there. The staff is still very enthusiastic. The entire team, the Guyana Softball League, all the reps, the umpires, the scorers, the officials, everyone is ready and raring to go. Everyone is very enthusiastic to get this year's going.
But tell me something. The last I heard from the Agriculture Ministry and the Met Office is that the season, the rainy season that we are seeing now, may just continue into March a little bit. We can anticipate then that the entire March might, if we continue to have this kind of rainfall, what happens?
I am hoping that the meteorological office is off a little bit. We're all hoping for that. But in the event that happens, I mean, we cannot just sit back and relax and say, well, the rains are going to take over. We will put things in place to make sure that the games roll off, because we have a May 12th deadline. And if the rain continues, it doesn't mean that cricket will stop in its entirety. I mean, we have to find some way of getting the tournament going, and we will.
You will. And let's just come back, because many people are, they call you on the television station. Now, you can remind me what the prizes are. Maybe just reiterate the prizes here.
Well, definitely. The prizes, since we've been saying all the time, should teams increase, we will increase our prizes.
Increase from 12-24.
Unfortunately, that has happened. We'll still stick with the base that we paid last year, 2 million to the male, 1 million to the female. But knowing our CEO, Mr. Mahadio, come launch day or the bowl off there might be a surprise with the prize money. But for now, it's 2 million and 1 million.
Maybe even on the finals, you'll see the prize money changing.
Yes. Now, tell us a little bit about the bowl off. I've been hearing about this bowl off. Last year we had quite a ceremonial bowl off at the Everest Ground. What is it like this year?
This year we had it planned for this weekend at the Everest Cricket Club again. The bowl off will have taken a similar way like we did last year. The minister will be there with our.
Now, I understand he's been
people.
training. Dr. Frank Anthony.
That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. I'm not sure if he's training on the to bowl or to bat, because we haven't decided who will be doing what at this end. But yes, the bowl off is now planned for next Saturday, March 10th, at the Everest Cricket Club, and should the weather hold up, we will see the games begin countrywide next week, March 10th.
Tell me, last year and the year before, I've been going around, I've grown accustomed to seeing Bluey Max with all these promotions. He's coming later on the program to tell us about it. The family atmosphere. I think that 1010 has been peculiar and unique to family, children, lunch baskets, music sets at the ground, minus vulgarity, of course. Can we anticipate that that's what you're promoting this year?
Yes, definitely, Naeem, and a little bit more. We've seen some level of economic growth as well in 1010. Not only the fun and the, the excitement in it.
The crush ice lady,
the Pulauri, the planning chip, cassava chip lady. Those little vendors in the different communities that are able to come out and ply whatever little trade they have. We're also encouraging that. So to answer your question on the promotions, yes, definitely, Bluey Max is on again. You will see him doing a whole host of giveaways and promotions, and this year he has some surprises up his sleeve as well.
I find Bluey likes to give away other people's property, right?
It appears so. It appears.
I don't want to ask him that. He's a pretty strong guy, so I choose to ask you. When he comes on, it's courtesy non-stop. Fellas, I mean, we will be back next week to talk again, but is there something you want to remind the teams out there about?
Well, I just want to remind the teams that come March 10th, the bowl off will be on given the weather hold up. So guys, get prepared, get yourself together, stay in shape, stay focused. 1010 is rolling.
Sachin, thanks a lot. I understand you're the official driver for the SUV.
Yeah, unfortunately or fortunately, come May 12th, I'll have to give that vehicle over to somebody. So, yes,
drive as much as possible around the compound of GT&T, much as possible. Thank
Definitely.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you shortly again. We were talking with Sachin Prasad and Richard Sukhdev. Coming up shortly, Leonard Harprashad and Bluey Max.